Start any second now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this live art tutorial show where we're going to interview the gorgeous Natalie Reeves Billings. Thank you for coming onto our show. And you're a
Okay.
talented writer, poet, singer, apparently.
Yeah.
And
Yes, in one of the things I've done in my time, yes.
and tell us a little bit more about the that career where it changed you into becoming a writer.
I think I always thought that the forward-facing side of it, the showmanship was the thing that I was into, but in actual fact, it was the writing, it was the story writing, and a song is really just a short story if you think about it. And so a lot of songs are rhyming ones, and so it kind of came naturally that when the kids were born, a lot of the stories started coming out and just naturally started to rhyme. So yeah, it was just organic, really.
And also you're a bit of a dancer. I'm hoping that I can find this little clip
Oh,
of you. I'm very cruel, but there is a clip somewhere here. Let's see if I can find it.
oh, it's
Where you're
gonna change life.
well, we've got your book that we're going to talk about in a minute, Monsters Me collection, and
Yeah.
then yes. So here we go. I've got you in your dancing mask, which we're gonna. You've got one with you now from one of your books.
Oh, I have a few masks with me. I have the pinky stink mask in it.
Brilliant. And this Monster Music Time is also comes with a competition. Is that right?
It does. At the minute, I'm running a competition for local schools to get involved and to show me their best monster moves, as demonstrated so sophisticatedly by me. So yeah, and they will win a monster bundle, which includes lots of things like teddies and books and baking kits, all sorts of things. So yeah, get
Great.
involved.
And if anyone's wondering why I'm making Natalie's hair lighter, I realised when I met you that with lockdown your hair's gone more blonde, shall we say?
Yeah, well, what happened was in lockdown, my roots became about a foot long. I didn't even recognize myself anymore, and you caught me in that sort of hybrid stage. And now I'm back to my normal self.
Wonderful. Well, let's change
Yeah.
that very quickly, and then that's you with your hair color, and you can use this
Oh,
on your
wow.
Twitter, and everyone will recognize you now. That is definitely better than it was
Nah,
before.
I'm loving the highlights. You've nailed them.
Brilliant. Now I've got Claire House here. I'm going to keep the
Yeah.
logo, but tell me a little bit why you've chosen that as your charity for today's art lesson.
I've done a lot of things before as part of fundraisers for Clare House, but they are my charity of choice. So I sponsor them monthly, and I've followed them for years and years. And I actually live next door to them, so I actually see the things that they do. Yeah, so they're just marvelous. I mean, the things that they've done, the testimonials. If you read what they do for families, sick children, it's absolutely unbelievable. For families at a time that they need help and support the most, Claire House are there. So yeah, they're doing an amazing job, and anything that we can do to help that is brilliant.
Wonderful. Well, we put a little donate button at the end of the video, so anyone who's watching, please first of all join in with the actual drawing, and then also donate at the end to Natalie's favorite charity. And now we're going to work on your new book. We'll talk about
Yay!
Monster Me when we have a little art lesson. I'm going to teach you how to draw one of the characters in your other books. But this
Okay.
one is new. So tell me
Mhm.
about Finn and these characters, these awesome. It's the Reject Club, is the name of the book. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, um, basically, what my books do is they try to look at strange and alternative viewpoints for things. So from here, It comes from the side of the reject is inviting other children to join him, and at the end there is actually no one left on the other side. So in effect, what it's saying is we are all different. We're all rejects. We're not perfect. We're all completely authentically us, and that's great. So it kind of flips the narrative. At the beginning, you've got all these cool kids, and there's just one child on his own feeling a bit awkward, but at the end, everybody has joined the Rejects Club, which is undoubtedly the best place to be because I've always been one. So yeah,
You,
for people who don't fit anywhere.
but isn't it amazing? Even as adults, we still don't feel like we fit in, and I think it's
No.
wonderful that you're using this talent to let children know that they're not alone.
Yes, yeah, and I hope that it does that. And I think the important thing is the marriage between the words and illustrations in children's books. When both of those things are working together to tell the story, so I don't have to tell everything. The picture often unlocks half of the story.
Yeah, and I think also the rhyming helps children, doesn't it, to enjoy the reading, and then I'm just trying to find a line on how some of these kids that aren't part of the cool club, um, uh, should we send them to the moon? Should we, how should we reject them? I love that. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just to tell you a bit about Finn, have I got time to just tell a little bit about Finn? Is
Absolutely,
that
because I've
okay?
got to draw him, so please.
Okay. So my rejects club, which is something I've been thinking of doing for a while, it starts with Finn. So I have this imagination that there is a guy. You see a little stat box about him, about what his hobbies are and his interests, and the words go something like this: He can't put a ball in the back of a net, and won't tie the lace on his shoe. Does not dry his hair by himself when it's wet. Can't wear any colour but blue. So what can we do with a boy like Finn? Put him in the recycling bin? Find a large pothole and stick him right in? No. Finn can join our club. So he comes over to us, you see, and the crowd on the other side is getting smaller with every single page that we turn.
Yeah.
So we keep on looking at new characters and why they don't fit in, and they always have a place in our Rejects Club. So that's kind of the sentiment of it. Till everyone's over here on my side.
Wonderful. Your side. Okay. And it sounds like a really personal project, this. You put your heart and soul into it, and and you're the narrator in the book. So when I draw this Finn character, do you want to also be in the picture?
Oh, yeah,
Giving him a hug
like
or
a child like me,
oh,
because I think it's in the playground. So
okay.
I used to get called nasty pasty when I was at school because I was big and quite huge, and I'd broken my nose, so I had a big nose that was quite flat for a time, and they used to call me nasty pasty. So I was bullied quite a lot, and I still to this day am plagued by that nasty pasty, which I, you know, title. So I thought, okay, I've turned it on its head now and made it into something quite fun, which is, I guess, what we do, and Scousers are great at that. Turn something into an opportunity to have a bit of a laugh about it. So,
So
yeah.
I'm stunned. I have to say, and I'm sure everyone who knows you and loves you would just be feel so sorry that you went through that. I'm just but look how you've come out of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's if you see a big child, because I was always really big and awkward looking at school. I was big for my age, and so I guess the assumption would be that that big child is the bully, and I suppose I felt like I should be in that role, but actually I was quite shy and really quite terrified of confrontation. So this is quite a key theme for me to explore.
Okay, well that's really interesting. I'm wondering if I should draw you more sort of. Can I draw you as big next to Finn?
Yeah,
And
yeah, I was bigger than all the boys.
wow. Okay, so we'll put Finn. How do you imagine Finn? Do you imagine him with red hair, freckles? How do you imagine him?
I kind of imagine her with kind of unruly hair, kind of mousy, And then I imagine him with like, you know, those little shorts that you used to wear with the knobbly knees coming out of them, the little schoolboy shorts. They're just a bit too short because he had them last semester as well.
Yes, I know. And when you've got
Yeah,
a busy mum, getting them their clothes sometimes, and you don't realize how devastating it is when they go to school.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have him in slightly tight clothes,
Yeah.
um, and and we'll hike those pants up a little bit, just to make him look a little bit.
Yeah, cool. He might have a few plasters on his knees because he's a bit awkward and he falls over a lot. So this is actually my best friend at school. I think now, if he's watching, he'll
Oh,
probably recognise himself.
so we definitely got the size of you towering over him. What sort of clothes would you
Yeah.
like to be wearing?
Oh my! I wore like because we had these tokens that we got for children who couldn't afford to get the uniform from the good uniform shop. So we had to go for the I guess you'd call them the government issue school uniform. So basically, by the time we got there, it would be get what you're given. And usually, because I was so huge, I got like the ones that were swamping me, so like huge cardigans, you know. So basically, big long skirt, almost like down to my calves, far too long, you know. And I had a horrible habit of putting my school jumper over my hands because they were so long, you know.
Okay, that's a good look. I will. I'll put you in oversized sort of clothes with a long skirt. We're getting a real visual here now.
Yeah, well, it was better for wiping your nose as well, you know, when you've got long sleeves. I
Yes.
remember those days. And you haven't got tissue in your school pants.
Okay, well, I've got you with a book, and we've got our young chap. Let's add some color now, and we'll add obviously that blue that he only wants to wear blue. Now, I love that detail because a lot of people watch Big Bang Theory, and
Yeah,
Sheldon was such a huge success because a lot of people recognized this this character everyone has at school, and quite often these kids have incredible talent. Um,
yeah.
so I love that detail. What made you? Was it because it rhymed,
Well,
or?
oh, my son is very much like this. He concentrates on small details and fixates. And so this is perfect for him because he thinks of things like, you know, if you agree something like a certain time and then you try to change it, oh no,
Oh
he
yes.
won't have it. He's the type that has to have his socks perfectly over his toes, you know, the little seam inside of it. And he doesn't like things on his neck, that he's got very sensory sort of issues there. But you know what? He owns it. He is absolutely 100% confident in his skin. And it's kind of cool. I thought I can definitely resonate with that sort of child.
And really not helpful when you're trying to get them to school on time.
No, I mean, that is the big thing. It takes maybe a lot of prep to get somebody to understand exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it and when they're doing it and who they're doing it with.
And that brings me on to Monstrous Me collection, the
Yeah.
monster. My mum's a monster. Is it because you really relate to that? Yes. Brilliant. Well, you've come
Yeah.
prepared.
Yes, I mean the flip book. It was a work of it was a labor of love because it's exactly how I wanted it. I wanted it to flip the story on its head, figuratively and literally. I made it in a hardback. It's beautiful quality, and obviously I worked with an amazing team. And I think Lisa is actually watching us today. Lisa, who illustrated this, so the other half of the team and
Yeah.
two more other people. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. It's everything that I wished it would be, and I didn't compromise my idea. So that makes it even more satisfying.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, we're going to. I'm just going to do something quite fun with this logo here. I'm going to take
Mhm.
some of the colors from the charity. So why don't we, if you see, I can press that button. I'm just going to make sure that that is the same color I'm using here.
Oh, wow.
So
That looks amazing.
just double checking. It looks like he's wearing a dress. And I'm going to change this color. I will correct that. Let me just enlarge that. If I hold that, I get the right color. And let's make your jumper that blue. There we go. So now we've got the colors from your charity.
Yay. Fabulous. Oh my, that looks amazing.
Did it now? You're quite young, but would you have had anything with sparkle or anything like that in your jumpers?
No, I was just as it came, run of the mill type. Yeah, I mean, my mum used to do those sorts of hairdos on me, but you know where it looked like I was a chest freezer, like a sort of big unit with that sort of hairdo on. It was, I was a bit childish. It took a while for me to grow into myself, but that's kind of right because my mum used to make such an effort to get my hair looking pretty. Yeah, it looks so cool.
Wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to make this into a soccer ball. Do you want to read that whole first paragraph again for us, please?
Sure. Okay, so we've got Finn. Okay, he can't put a ball in the back of a net and won't tie the lace on his shoe. Does not dry his hair by himself when it's wet. Can't wear any colour but blue. So what can we do with a boy like Finn? Put him in a recycling bin, find a large pothole and stick him right in. No, Finn can join our club.
Wonderful. I've just got to put the bin in there now. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bit mean, but you know what I mean. It's just we got to make this absolutely work. So I'm just going to put the bin lid up, and then he's done. I'm just going to be a bit mean and put another kid that's been put in the bin. There we go.
Oh, I love that. That's going to be so cool.
A little bit cruel. So we have our finished image, and I think we'll move on now to the art lesson phase. Oh no, do you want to? Oh, we got Lisa Williams just wrote saying love it. So we've got any requests, please. We've got 4 other comments. I'm wondering if I can click onto that. No, I can't. Okay, so we can move on. We're actually 15 minutes through. If you want me to work on another character, or would you like to?
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so let's do that.
I'll let you choose. Would you like the cool kids, or would you like? So we've got the science dudes, we've got the football team, or we've got the cool kids. What are you feeling?
I think the cool kids. How would you like?
Let's do the cool kids. So here we go. So we've got they can't wear their clothes with a stain or a crease. Won't go out without their sunglasses. They don't eat their lunch if it's fried up in grease, and won't sit by others in classes. What can we do with the coolest crew? Flush them away down the staff room loo. Sprinkle in salt, boil them in stew. No, they can join our club.
Lovely. And
so yeah, they're the all glasses wearing type.
Brilliant. And we've got to have their hand doing this, as we got some greasy food. What would be greasy food in Liverpool? Fish and chips.
Oh yeah, let's think. Ooh, what do you think, guys? Greasy foods? Yeah, chips definitely, because they come all stuck together in like some sort of amalgamated mass.
We should get people to write in.
Yeah, write in a greasy food, Scouse style. What do you think? Yeah, definitely fish. Oh, what is greasy? That is definitely the greasiest chips. And I can't think because we've banned it for the last 2 months. We're on a healthy eating thing. I can't even think of it now.
Is there a Liverpool cuisine, high cuisine? Sausage and eggs.
Well,
brilliant.
Oh yeah, Julie's recommended sausage and egg. Oh yeah, a fry up, and obviously there's fish and chips. So fry up and fish and chips.
Let's do sausage.
What about a good fry up?
That's a good greasy meal we've got there.
Yeah, we've always got a few fruity mushrooms in there as well.
Shall I put you? I'll put you in this picture again. Here we go, with your pigtails and your long
Wow.
jumper.
He's looking pretty cool.
KFC.
Yeah.
We're not doing any product placements on this show. Okay. So he's a bit of a...
Someone else has nominated KFC buckets for greasy food, buckets of takeaway food and fast foods. Yeah, that's a good one, Dane.
Okay, so we got the coolest kid, and he's got his black jacket. I'll make that a bit shiny in a minute. Of course, he's too young to have sideburns, so I'll just do him like... Okay, I'll add
I'm
some...
looking at my outfit there, right down to my ankles. It's cool. That's exactly it. You've nailed that. That's me.
Let me... we're having a bit too much fun here. This is serious work. Right, putting the sausages and eggs on there.
Getting
Okay.
a bit hungry now.
Yes. Okay, so we've got our cool dude, and because this is an art tutorial, I'll just explain that I'm cheating because I can color in underneath the drawing lines, so that makes my coloring in look very, very sophisticated, which it is not, because I'm actually cheating. And then let's use those same sort of colors from the charity. That would be quite nice. I mean, I don't want to... Yeah, just
I can share definite with them, and
yeah, their colors. And afterwards, I'll tidy this all up a bit so that you can just send these to them. They'll find it kind of cute that you've got...
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. What a lovely sentiment.
There we go. Right. And then we're going to talk about Monstrous Me collection, because I'm going to teach you how to draw one of your own monsters that Lisa Williams designed. Did you
Wow.
work together a lot on that? Did she just say, I've read your book, this is exactly how this monster will...
Yeah.
She knew right away.
We've just done a blog post about this, about process, about how Monstrous Me has looked through the ages, and it started off looking quite organic, like a sort of... we were exploring like sort of a woody sort of organic monster rather than something super scary. And so Lisa will send me some ideas, and I'll say, oh, maybe less horns, or maybe a longer tail, or oh, let's see what she's like in a yellow or whatever, until we both agree on something. And so yeah, with a bit of toing and froing, we got to orange is definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
With her. So yeah.
Wonderful. I love it. I love the monster. I think I'm drawing a Lou for the first time. Staff Lou. I'm just gonna write it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that orange is a very big part of your book. So we're gonna have some fun doing that. Brilliant. Okay, we've got you're very good at obviously you're a writer, but you're very good for an artist to know what you want. Some people can't express themselves. You obviously don't have a problem with that. Okay, so I'm going to do the next one. This time we've got our monster character, and you got your pen and paper. And anyone else watching,
Oh my gosh.
please get your pens ready.
You do realize I'm doing this in front of Lisa, who is, obviously she's watching this now. I have to do my absolute best work to make sure her monster is given the kudos it deserves.
Well, can you imagine how I feel? So I'll talk you through Lisa's character, and it won't be exactly like, but I'm just going to do lots of sort of pointy bits here. Can you do that? Oh God, Lisa's written in. She's watching.
Oh no! Uh-oh, she's laughing at me already. She's already anticipating how this is going to turn out. Let's go.
So I'll do it again. It's quite easy. It's almost like we're doing a tiara of spikes. Bit of sort of Game of Thrones-y If you could do that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I do realise I'm not wearing my glasses.
Oh no, have I caught you without your glasses? Oh dear, sorry
Yeah,
about
I
that.
know. You can excuse when this goes wrong as well. So. Okay.
And then
Yeah,
we're going
one
to
there.
do the horns, which is sort of this shape. So it's almost like a triangle,
Okay.
but with a bend to it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Like a banana
A bit, yes.
thing.
Thank you. See what I mean? You explain things way better.
Okay.
And then we're going to do
Yeah.
the same thing, almost like a mirror on the other side. And we've got our monstrous horns.
Okay.
And then we're going to again do a bit of spike going around like this. Can you do that? Do you feel comfortable with that?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to catch up.
I know
Too hard.
Facebook's just a few seconds behind.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's catching up with itself. Okay, so I've got some spikes, like a tuft of spikes under the ears,
Yeah.
I guess, all right.
Those are actually the ears.
All right, okay.
And then there is a lot of work that's got into this, so bear with me. I'm going to do a line that cuts right across, and that's actually the top of the glasses.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And then we're going to do a half moon to the middle, and then another half moon to the end. So you've got 2 half moons.
Okay.
And then we're going to do some dots for the eyes.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting the hang of this now.
And I can hear Lisa say, no, it's not like that. Okay. We're going to do the eyebrows. And they go, again, they're like a very thick triangle, just the top lines of a triangle. And we're going to mirror that on the other side.
Okay.
And that's an angry mother face.
Yeah, that's me.
Bath time. Oh, we got another. Lisa's laughing at us. That's great.
Yeah. And she's going to laugh even more when she sees this. Oh my gosh. The eyebrows on this needs to get to the salon.
Okay. Now the circle around the eye, I want that little dot to sit at the bottom of one of the circles, and you'll see why in a minute, because we want that eye to look kind of wide-eyed. Does that make sense? So you've got the little dots of the eyes sitting at the bottom of the circles. Okay. And what I love is this sort of nose. 2 dots. Between.
You see the way it's red? It's such got a little red nose in the middle of the fur.
And now the mouth. So we've got the mouth goes around like this. I've probably done that a bit too much. Okay. And then of course this is the big mouth. So it's kind of a bit like a hat upside down.
Oh God, this is the tricky bit now.
Yeah,
it's just gone away. Oh, look at you.
Have you lost this?
Oh my. Yeah. Okay.
Wonderful.
I've got my reading glasses on.
Now of course all mummies have fangs at bath time. So I'm going to put the fangs in.
Oh my lordy. I can already see Lisa's face when she sees this.
And you've become a real expert now at doing the spikes. So if you imagine, if you can see that, I'm going to do this line, but I want you to follow that invisible line like this. So lots and lots of spikes.
Okay.
And then you connect it. And
That is an monster.
that's a monster.
That's an angry one, yeah. An angry monster.
But Lisa, she says she loves it, and I just have to say that the thing that did make me chuckle is the pearl necklace.
Yeah, I mean, they're still fashion conscious. Just because you're a monster doesn't mean you
Oh
don't
yeah,
coordinate your clothes.
you've always got to be camera
So
ready.
it's like, yeah, too right. Oh my gosh, I've actually made a gremlin. I don't
Um,
know how, but I've actually made a gremlin.
right, I think it's time to show your masterpiece.
Oh my gosh. Let me just get these pearl necklaces. Oh, the pressure, the pressure.
Brilliant. Do you know what? That's way better than mine.
Oh
Uh,
my god. Yeah. Do
well,
you remember the gremlins when they got their when they got their water spilt on them and they multiplied 3 times? This is definitely one of them I created here.
oh, brilliant! I love it. So I'm going to be naughty. I'm going to add the color in for you, and yeah, you've absolutely nailed it. I must say, very good, very good. You're getting lots and lots of messages. So there we go.
What do you think? What do you think, Lisa? What do you think, Julie? Not too bad, eh?
Fantastic. And you got some very nice friends. So I think we'll end it on there with the final picture of your book, and then of course anyone who wants to learn about the club, the Rejects Club, of course it's all on there in all the links, and of course the Clare House Hospice for children, charity for children. Fantastic that you've given up your time to talk to us, and I think a lot of people have learned a lot. And yeah, anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, I just want to thank you for having me on, and it's been absolutely wonderful. I didn't know how this process worked, and so it's nice to see how you do it, and I guess it makes me understand what Lisa goes through when she's going through all these things. And yeah, and thanks to everyone who's been watching. And yes, if you could donate, anyone who can donate, spread the word for Clare House, that would be great. Thank
Wonderful.
You.
Oh, well, thank you, Natalie. It's been such a pleasure meeting you. Please don't hang up on me, because we always have a little chat afterwards. And thank you, everyone. And we'll have another art tutorial tomorrow. But this one, I must say, it was a real pleasure, and a very special book. Thank you so much. Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye.